Sometimes it's not always possible to travel, whether that's due to finances, work commitments, or other commitments. So in this episode, I want to explore some of my favorite video games where you get to travel. Just to clarify, we are not going with any sci-fi or out of this world picks here. The stories can be fictional and some supernatural elements can be acceptable, but the focus here is exploration and traveling to places on this amazing planet that we live on. The first one on our list is the Uncharted series on PlayStation. In the first game, you go from the Amazon rainforest in Peru to the second game in the Himalayas in Nepal, and to Borneo, which is an island split up into 3 countries, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. In Uncharted 2, you actually visit the Sarawak region in Malaysia. Also in Uncharted 2, you visit Tibet, which is the part of China where the Himalayan mountains can be found. Next, in Uncharted 3, you visit Syria, France, Yemen, and England. And finally, in Uncharted 4, you travel to Scotland, Madagascar, and the Caribbean Sea. If you're up for an adventure and a fantastic story, this is the series for you. It is a third-person shooter with light puzzles. Fun fact, I was recently playing through these games in Spanish to improve my Spanish. I have paused that for now, but I'd like to continue. If there is anyone who is interested in watching that, let me know and maybe I can create a full series, who knows. Next on our list is the Forza Horizon series found on Xbox, a set of racing games with sprawling worlds to explore. The first is based in Colorado in the US, the second is in the south of France and northern Italy, the third is in Australia, and the fourth is in Great Britain. And finally, the fifth is in Mexico. These games are fast-paced but easy for anyone to pick up and play. Third now, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was actually planning to do a video where I fly over Madrid in this game and point out the major sites. It's mind-blowing how you can realistically fly over the entirety of the Earth wherever you want and take in the sights. The downside to this is the file size. I had to delete it in the end. I wanted to play other games. Honestly, this is not just a game, it's a technical marvel. The world map is powered by real satellite data. It has live weather simulations. So if there are real storms in the real world, you can also simulate those in the game. It has an advanced aerodynamic and physics engine, detailed and interactive aircraft models, which, if I'm honest, goes completely over my head, literally, because they're planes, but an aeroplane enthusiast would appreciate them for sure. It's also available cross-platform with PC and Xbox with VR compatibility. So go have some adventures to your heart's content. Just make sure you delete literally everything else from your system. Next, we have the new Hitman rebooted series. This includes Hitman 1, 2, and 3, and can be bought as one package called Hitman World of Assassination. In Hitman 2016, you go to Paris, France, Sapienza in Italy, Marrakesh in Morocco, Bangkok in Thailand, Colorado in the USA, and finally Hokkaido in Japan. Then in Hitman 2 2018, you go to Hawke's Bay in New Zealand, Miami in USA, Santa Fortuna in Colombia, Mumbai in India, and finally Whittleton Creek in USA. And in our last game, Hitman 3, which is 2021, you go to Dubai, UAE, Dartmoor in England, Berlin in Germany, Chongqing in China, Mendoza in Argentina, and finally the Carpathian Mountains in Romania. Now, okay, I understand you're literally a hitman in this one, so your focus is on murdering people, but it's still safe, fun, and the list of the number of places you get to go to is incredible, so it's on this list. The next one on our list, we have Watch Dogs series. The first one is in Chicago, the next is in San Francisco, and the third is Watch Dogs Legions, which is actually in London, but it's somewhat futuristic. This is your standard open world game with lots of hacking. And I'd like to add a bonus series here for you, and it is Assassin's Creed. I wanted to mention it as it is such an incredible series, but it's not set in modern day. Therefore, yes, it's travel, but it's also time travel in a sense. There are so many games in the series, and I still remember playing the first one when it came out all the way back in 2007. Since then, the games have gone all over the world, from the Holy Lands, Italy, Constantinople, which is modern-day Istanbul, colonial America, the Caribbean, North Atlantic, and Eastern United States, France, England, Egypt, ancient Greece, Norway, Vinland or Northeast United States and Canada, Ireland, Baghdad, New Orleans, China, India, Russia, and we are also due the release of a set in feudal Japan and Central Europe. They might have already been released, I have no idea. Unpopular opinion, but my favorite is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was set in Greece. It was without a doubt my absolute favorite, and the reason why was because of the setting. It was just so beautiful. For me, it was so good that even after completing it, I then went back and bought the DLC so that I could complete that too. I don't normally buy DLC unless I really love a game, so yeah. I appreciate that this is a bit of change of content. It's still travel, but it's also related to video games, which I love. My channel is still insignificantly small in comparison to the bigger channels out there. So I feel like I have the flexibility to basically just talk about my passions. And for this one, I felt excited to create something a little bit different. Let me know if you have played any of these games. Tell me about your opinions on them in the comments below. Okay, so I have this microphone attached to this massive boom arm. Look at this. This is a behind the scenes, okay? It's really annoying because it keeps falling off the table, which is in front. So, to finish off this last part, I'm just gonna hold it and hopefully you guys can hear me clearly. Let me know if you like this kind of video, and if so, I can create a part 2. Don't forget to like, unless you believe video games promote violence like they used to say back in the day. And then feel free to hit that dislike button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.